Hey guys, AK James 762. I'm going to do a review on this holster that I have. This is a leather outside the waistband holster. It's from a company called Winthrop holsters. I actually bought this from their eBay store. I will put a link in the description for this holster as well as their website. I haven't purchased anything from their website. Like I said, I got this from their eBay store. This is a really good quality holster. I mean, it's fairly inexpensive. It's US made. It's got their stamp, Winthrop holsters, and made in USA stamped here. This is for Glock 19. This thing's got pretty good retention. I mean, that gun's not going anywhere. But also, well, I mean, once you grab it, it comes right out, goes right in. No struggle, but it's not just going to fall right out. It's got this little shield here, so the slide's not rubbing against your body. I always tuck my shirt in on that side anyway. I've been using this for open carry. This can also be used, typical outside the waistband, with a jacket or something over it. But I've been using this for open carry, and it's very, very comfortable. Fits perfectly, like when I'm sitting in vehicle or whatever. But yeah, I mean it's a really nice holster. I think it's like $45 or something, and it's definitely a good quality holster for $45. It's open at the bottom. I mean, it's got real thick stitching all the way around it. When they come, they're like completely flat almost. And once you start wearing them, they start curving to your belt. They'll curve to your body. This one for my Glock was very, very tight. Like when I first got it, I kind of had to shove the gun in there, and I put it on. Well, I shoved the gun in there. I was able to wrench it from the holster, put the holster on, put the gun in there, and I could not unholster this gun when the holster was on my belt, with the tension and everything. You could not pull that sucker out. So what you do in the event you have a leather holster that's too tight is you take your gun, you make sure it's unloaded, and you take a Ziploc bag and you put the muzzle of the gun in the corner of the Ziploc bag, pull it all the way back, tight, and shove it down in the holster all the way to where it's properly seated, and you let it sit overnight. Then the next day, you take the Ziploc bag off, put it back in the holster, and it should be just like this. Because that little tiny thickness of that Ziploc bag stretches the leather out just enough to where you maintain retention, but it loosens it up enough to where you can actually draw and reholster effectively, or at all. So they make many, many different models. I've looked at their eBay store. They make so many different models. They actually make outside the waistband with the shield. They make it without the shield, where it's cut off right here. They make inside the waistband where it's leather with a steel clip. But the only thing I didn't care for about those is the clip is not on like a swivel. So when you wear those inside the waistband, the gun is directly straight up and down like this. And I don't really care for that. If you can tell by the belt loops, when you wear it on your belt, it actually sits like this on your waist. It's canted forward. It's more comfortable to draw that way. Here's one of the other models. This is for the Springfield XD 45 Mod 2. Basically same exact thing, just for Springfield XD Mod 2. See, this one's more flat. It's newer. And once you wear this, it will conform to your body. This is not mine. This is actually my wife's. But I mean, this is something that neither one of us really cared for. The magazine release and the trigger guard are kind of exposed. So it's kind of, it's seated all the way in there. It goes in as far as it'll go. But it's just, they kind of cut just a little bit too much off this side. But, it's according to her, it still feels good. It's comfortable, whatnot. But this one, I did not need to do the Ziploc bag trick with, because this one is just straight out of the packaging. This one is, it's not loose, but it's not tight. It's tight, but it's not too tight. So I believe this one's the same price as the Glock one as well. And I actually have one on my watch list for 1911s, because I'd like to get one of those too for my Citadel 1911. But I I like to open carry. There's not as much you have to worry about with open carry as concealed carry. My printing, is this covering it, covering it correctly or effectively or what have you. And it's nice to live in an area where people don't look you up and down because you're open carrying. The area we live in, hell, I saw guys open carry at Walmart the other day, and I do too. So, although it was interesting, my wife had to use the restroom, and I was open carrying. I'm leaning back against the cart, and this guy comes walking by, and I saw him because when I look people in the eye as they're walking by, or as I walk by them or whatever, I look people in the face. I looked at him, he looks at my gun with his eyes, looks back up, and had the most nervous, terrified, weird look on his face. And the first thought I had is, what the fuck are you up to that scares you that I'm carrying? Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, I will put the link to the eBay listing for this gun if it's still up there. And I will put a link for their website, winthropholsters.com. Thanks for watching, guys.